Light beer. 12 months of videos and all you got from me is light beer? My favorites.
McFly!
I like when he smacks his younger self in the back of the head like, it's Lee! You sound like a damn fool when you say it that way!
Make like a tree and get out of here.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of What's on the Table, and this is December 2016. This is going to be our last formal episode of What's on the Table.
That's sad to hear.
It is sad. You know, but the thing is, it's just kind of hard to maintain doing these videos over the time, and when I say it's going to be our last one, take that with a grain of salt, because there very well could be more What's on the Table. It just won't be in a monthly fashion like we had been doing. But we've come this far, we want to say we've done this for one full year, so here it is. Now, you've probably already noticed, but Mike and Martin are not with us today. That sounds like they died.
2016 was a bad year.
No, Mike and Martin have not died. And it's a shame, really, but, you know, this time of year, it's hectic. And I was lucky to get Jimmy on the show with me, and really, thanks, man. Thanks for making it in. And we're gonna round this show off with one last go at it.
Oh god, that sounds really awesome.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy, what do you think? You got some games, right?
I got 2 months worth of games, I definitely do.
Yeah.
Now, we went to RetroCon last month, you heard about it on last month's video, but I brought some of those games. The first one is Yonoid.
Yeah.
You gotta avoid the Noid.
Not a fan. You know, last month's video I said something about, you see Capcom, or no, it was the Video Games Monthly
Yeah, if you see that Capcom red logo, it's almost guaranteed to be good, but they were kind of...
mixed opinions on this one.
You didn't even get pizza. No pizza. I don't want pizza every time I play this game. It's hard, and it's weird. Like, it's if Yonoid was a samurai.
I have that game. I remember getting real excited because I'd never heard of it before. I popped it in my NES, and I got through the first level thinking, yeah, it's okay. Mm-hmm. And you get to that little portion where you're eating pizzas, and all you're trying to do is eat more pizzas than your opponent, and it all depends on what cards you have left. So it's just, I don't know. It's weird.
We're gonna go on to the next one with XENOPHOBE, and it's the aliens from Aliens, right?
Right. And I remember playing this one, and it's cool because you got the game's kind of crunched into a little box from what I remember. I may or may not be right on that.
Yeah, it's a two-player split screen, kind of like Spy vs. Spy.
That's what it is.
And it's more of a co-op based game, but definitely one of the lesser Sunsoft games. It's good if you want to kill some hours.
Yeah.
If you're playing that for hours, commend you. The next one is Twin Cobra. This is just a top-down shooter with boats.
Now, I recognize the name. Is that an arcade game?
It is an arcade game.
Okay.
By Sammy.
See, I don't have that one. I usually like stuff like that.
It makes me smile when you say you don't have it, because you have so many games. So I'm finally...
There's so many out there, though. I mean, despite however many you may see here, there's always games that, you know, of course, I don't have, or like, anyone doesn't have, really. There are the few people out there that have everything.
So let's keep this going with a Bandai game about a dick, TRACY. I love the comic. The movie was great. That is the actor from the movie. I forget his name. It's,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I like that movie, and that's hard to say. But the game is...
rough around the edges. Rough around the edges, but...
Oh, it's Sam Beatty.
It's... yes.
It's a alright game. It's definitely better than Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but not by much. Let's keep this NES train rolling.
Yeah.
With Castlevania, the first one.
Oh.
And Tommy knows. I'm trying to build up my Castlevania collection.
What can be said about the game that hasn't been said before? Is it my favorite game on the NES? Yes. Favorite? I'm sorry. Excuse me. Maniac Mansion reserves that award. But my favorite Castlevania game on the NES, by far. For
survival horror action, it's a good game. It's unique to its genre, and it definitely did a lot for Konami's that costume.
Yeah.
Simon Belmont. And the next game is Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates. This is based off the cartoon from the 90s.
Yeah, you'd have to tell me a little about that one, because I never saw the cartoon, and I never played the game.
The cartoon is actually awesome. It didn't last for very long, but what was there was great. The game, on the other hand, is not. It's better than Hook for the NES, but that's not really saying a lot. The graphics aren't that great. The gameplay is sluggish, but it holds a special place in my heart. It's just one of those games that, you know, I just love, because when I saw it, I was like, I gotta get this. And then I got it. So that's Peter Pan and the Pirates.
It's a nice stack of NES games.
So I brought some Nintendo 64 games, as Tommy already knows, from the Video Games Monthly boxes that I'm trying to collect, and I'm getting a sizable collection.
Yeah.
And I'm almost complete with my Star Wars games. I picked up Shadows of the Empire.
I think that's really cool because I haven't played that one. I've played Rogue Squadron and I've played Pod Racer. I believe that's what it is, the racer one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun.
This one holds a very special place in my heart, for the Hoth battle was the first time you could play that in 3D, take down an AT-AT. Oh my god, like...
Yeah.
Whew. And, like, the game hasn't held up very well, but well enough where you can sit down and still get great nostalgic memories from it. And I definitely love to add that to my collection right there. Let's keep this train going with Mission Impossible, which actually ends on a train.
Yeah.
So, not a lot of people like this game. When I first saw this in Nintendo Power, I thought, oh, it's the next GoldenEye, and I was sorely disappointed. In fact, I traded in 6 NES games towards this, and I was kind of upset, but I played the crap out of this game. It's fun, and it's different.
No game will ever live up to that, at least not on the 64.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of people out there who will argue Perfect Dark, of course, because, I mean, generally it's the same engine. It all feels about the same, but it doesn't. You got to admit it doesn't.
There's improvements in Perfect Dark that I could definitely say made it
technically,
better.
Technically there are, yeah.
Secondary functions to their guns was great, like...
But you got to ask yourself the question, would you rather play GoldenEye or Perfect Dark?
I'd rather play GoldenEye. Okay, so I was able to pick up a boxed copy of Castlevania for the Nintendo 64, so I love Castlevania just as much as Tommy and Mike love Castlevania.
But he loves this Castlevania.
I actually like the second one more, but the first time I saw this, once again, Nintendo Power brought back a lot of good memories.
Although I'm not the biggest fan of this particular Castlevania title, something about a Castlevania game in the box just tickles me the right way. It really does. Every time I see one of these, it just makes me smile. And really, congratulations on finding that. That's fantastic.
Thank you. It was on the shelf for like 2 years. Let's do another game. I'm going to do Body Harvest for the Nintendo 64, also complete in box. I picked this one up online, eBay. Great thing. That game was actually made by Rockstar before they were Rockstar. They were DMA. And Nintendo helped produce this game. It's like an RPG shooter with open world elements where you steal cars. I haven't played it yet at all, ever. I've seen it. I've heard reviews, read reviews, seen gameplay. This is something I want to sit down and play with you. To get a box, to get a manual, to get the game, you don't get the manual anymore.
Yeah.
That's the biggest downside.
I miss manuals.
The last game that I had a manual in was Mighty Number 9.
I'd bring them with me to school, and I'd read them, you know, when I was supposed to be doing other things. It was just a little piece of game that you could take with you. Of course, kids these days have it all on their phones and everything, but it wasn't like that, you know, when we were growing up.
Well, let's just keep this going with GoldenEye 007 for the N64, also complete in the box, and I saw this. I was only going for a loose cart, and they're like, oh, we only have it in box with everything. I had to get it. It's GoldenEye. See, I hear a lot of bad reviews about that game. Like, oh, it's not the best FPS. It's not the best.
Not. But if you grew up with that game in any sort of way, at any age, if you spent some time with it when it was relevant, you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
People need to just acknowledge the fact that that was a hard thing to pull off. And we could have got a on-rail shooter, and instead we got GoldenEye 007. If you can still sit down and you can just throw it out there to friends and say, you want to play GoldenEye? And they all say yes, that says something.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking GoldenEye 007 on the Wii. I thought I'd throw another one out, and this came with the gold controller. It's, unfortunately, Call of Duty with James Bond.
I've had such limited experience with that game. Mike, we played some GoldenEye 007. He was telling me I gotta try it, you know, for the Wii. And I pushed it off time and time again. Let's just play the 64 because I already know that's good. So we played it. I didn't play any of the single player missions. I would like to give it a chance, but at least from the multiplayer that I played, I can tell that that's not its strong point.
No,
definitely
it's the
not.
Campaign.
Yeah, it must be, because the multiplayer left a lot to be desired.
And 64 beats that one out, but the campaign mode is worthwhile. It's fun to play.
Jimmy, fantastic pickup. Seriously, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome stuff. Can't get enough James Bond. I picked up a couple of games, and this time, when I say a couple of games, I literally mean 2. And it's a sad sort of way to round out a whole year's worth of videos, but not really. I'm pretty happy with these. Now, the first game I got, you guys know, if you've been watching these videos, big into the Vectrex. Has to be complete in box. I'm shooting for a 100% complete US collection, and eventually the homebrews. Like, I never want to stop collecting Vectrex. So inevitably, there are sports games on any system, and I had to pick up BLITZ Action Football.
That actually looks like a lot of fun. Is it two-player?
I don't know. Haven't played it yet. For 1 or 2 players is what it says right on the back of the box.
I gotta get a second controller.
No, I gotta get a second controller because there's the other one too, Starhawk, that I haven't been able to play with 2 players yet, and that's really cool. It's kind of like the Attack on the Death Star is what it looks like. But sports games, whatever. BLITZ Action Football, it's on the Vectrex. You gotta love it. Now, you know I like Vectrex. You know I like Castlevania. And the one other one that I've been pushing real hard to complete, and it finally happened. I'm so happy I made it happen for this last video. I got Mega Man 7 on the Super Nintendo, and this completes it. This does it. I mean, outside of Mega Man Soccer, it's, which, whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna pick that up at some point. It's been a long time coming. Never had the money, never could find it. Thanks to the guys at Sound Go Around once again. You guys are amazing. But like I said, this completes it for me. So now, all of the Mega Man X games and all of the Mega Man games physical copies. So there you have it. That's my pickups. That's my last pickups for the monthly editions of What's on the Table. And once again, really sorry that Mike couldn't be here. I'm really sorry that Martin couldn't be here. I know they wanted to be here, but other things got in the way, and wanted to put something out before the end of the year. Would love to give everyone, I mean seriously, everybody who's ever paid any attention to these videos, a huge thank you. If it weren't for these videos and it weren't for you guys, being as good as you are, we wouldn't have the kind of subscribers we have today. Like, oh, what is it? 100 and some odd. It's nothing crazy, but to us, it's a real big deal. 140, I think? 144,
don't lowball yourself.
Yeah, well, thanks guys. Seriously, without you, we wouldn't even be doing this. If we didn't have people talking to us, watching these videos, commenting on them all, we wouldn't have been doing this at all. And the What's on the Table series is a really special thing to all of us, because it's the first one that really kind of gave us a bit of a following. And we started to communicate to the YouTube community through these videos. And hopefully, with our newer endeavors, our newer projects in the future here, 2017 brings on a whole new slew of projects and opportunities. We're happy to have you along the ride. That doesn't conclude everything. We'd still like to give a huge list of shout-outs here, as many as we can think of, all the guys that have helped us along the way. The first shout-out I'd like to give is to the first guy who ever gave us a shout-out, and it made the biggest difference in our channel and our subscribers and the people who watch, and I'd like to thank Retro Remix Nation. I think his name is Kevin. The guy has great videos. He's slowed down a bit, but the thing is, he has a retro game store out in Arizona. I forget what town he's living in, but it's called Black Box Gaming. I'm almost certain of that title, and please forgive me if I'm wrong.
I'm going to give a shout out to Sega Saturn Lad. He's a guy from over in the pond of the United Kingdom, and he's been heavily supported and supportive of us.
Yeah.
And he throws out a lot of videos, as the title says. He likes Sega Saturn, so if you like Sega Saturn, check him out.
The third shout out we'd like to give is to a Mr. Bill Benton. Thanks, dude. Seriously, thank you. The next shout out we ever got for this channel was from Mr. Bill Benton. Really? Come on, man. You've been too kind. You forced us to do that half and half challenge, which was a complete pain in the ass, but got something like 40 or 50 views. But it was fun to make, actually. And Bill, your videos are fantastic. I can't wait to talk to you in the future. Keep in touch with us. We're doing more.
Next one's going to be to the 2 guys out at Retro Gaming Online, 2 brothers that follow retro gaming, and they want you to join their journey as well. Really nice guys, always commenting on our Video Games Monthly boxes, and they throw out the same one. So
yeah,
I found them
the same thing, right?
Yeah, I found them right through that actually, and made contact. Very nice guys.
Yeah. Another shout out we'd like to give is to one of the earlier guys who ever commented, or I'm sorry, the earlier group of guys who ever commented on one of our videos, and that's the Mile High Game Hunters. They too have also been kind of slowing down on their channel work, understandably so. They're from Colorado, and I understand what's going on out there. But the fact is, they make fantastic quality videos. Definitely check out their channel. Entertaining stuff. I mean, TV quality. TV quality.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Hey, and the last one that we're going to give a shout out to is our...
For like the 10 millionth time. I'm sorry, at least the 12th.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Is it 12? We always talk about him because we've known him for a while. I actually live with the guy, and it's Josh from Fox Spellcaster. Is it just Fox Spellcaster?
It is. But seriously, it's been an awesome year. What a run. And the videos have only gotten more and more fun to do, more easy to create. Kind of sad to see it go. And again, it's not the total end of what's on the table. You'll probably see some sort of a pickup video from all of us in one form or another, and we'll probably revive the name What's on the Table for whoever cares to see it. But don't expect that every month, because it's just not going to happen. You know, I think all of us can kind of relate. Mike, Martin, yourself, and myself can all say that you hit highs and lows when it comes to buying video games. You can't keep a steady pace going all the time. You know, I've managed to do pretty well this year, being the only person who starred on all 12 videos. Like I said, you know, once we accumulate a little pile of video games, then maybe, you know, we'll throw something out there a little special.
Yeah, you'll see something soon.
Stay tuned. 2017, new year, new videos, new stuff for the channel. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes, have a happy New Year.